What's hood? All right, it's my turn. You know what I mean? And it's my story. And the story for tonight is my story to tell. My story. And the question is: did you have any pets? What were they? What were their names? How important were they in your life? And I had a mad dogs. You know, traveling around. Um, you know what? My father, um, as crazy as my father also was the kind of guy who it seemed in my estimation as a kid that he would look for at times he would look for things that symbolized things that he thought that a boy should have, and then he would get them for me. And one of the things that he always thought that a boy should have is like a dog. So when I asked for a dog, I could get a dog, but also he had uh, he had got these. All right, so in my house, there's just books all over. There's two things that are everywhere. Well, not everywhere, but there's an abundance of two things. There's books all over the place, and then there's records all over the place from my father. And so he had this one book, and I had found it, and it was a book of all the breeds of dogs, right? And oh my God, when I got that book, I found that book. Like I guess because we were traveling, I'm mostly like by myself. You know what I mean? Um, so I got that book. Like, dang, I'm by myself, but I could like. I just wanted to read up on how all the different kinds of dogs there was. I love dogs, and I'm a dog guy, and I don't know. It's always like when I see dogs, when maybe the dogs hang out, any dog, they just love me. I love dogs. You know what I mean? Kids and dogs, no diddy. And so I just read up on all of them, and I decided I went through them and what the great parts of them were, why they are who they are. So I know like a plethora about dogs. So I wanted to get like my own kind of dog instead of just like regular dogs. So then at a certain age, when we were traveling around, my dad started getting me breed. Like, I guess he felt like we should have. All right, so we came from. My mom's from poor people. My dad's from kind of wealthy people, but my dad kind of ran away when he did his own thing. But my dad always wanted to like, you know, we were nothing but the best. We don't, you know what I mean. So he wanted to get all. When we get dogs, we don't want nothing that's not AKC. It has to have his papers, all of that. So I had a dogs before when we were in Chester and moving Jersey. When I got to Utah, that's when he started getting like breeds. My first breed was a Doberman Pinscher. It was a brown one, and I named her Coco. And it's funny because one day I remember this exactly too. I was coming home from school, and I don't know why, but okay, so I told you that when I move around, even then, I was talking big shit, dog, all the time to everybody, you know what I mean? Because it's like, we're going all around, but these are like country hillbilly places, like, you know what I mean? I'm a city kid, like, whatever. So I'm talking big stuff to everybody. So I guess we're in Utah, and we moved out of the city. My dad got a good job, and we got a house out in the burbs. It's like not even the burbs, like in the countryside. And it was so new that I didn't have a school yet. We were going halfway to school, half of the day with another school. So we mixed with another school. But on the way home, I was walking, I had all these people around me. I just remember all these people around me, and they were around me. And I was telling them, first of all, I didn't have a dog at the time, but I was telling them on the way home, because we were all walking home, and I was telling them that I had a dog, and I've been had a dog. Me and my dog is just, I was bragging about how great my dog was. And for some reason, I remember that none of them believed me, right? So that was they're gonna catch me. They were like, okay, if you have a dog, we're going to your house. So I was like, and I don't know, I'm still like saying that I do have a dog. Like whatever, you can come to my house, I don't care. And I'm kind of stressed that when we get to my house, they're gonna find out that I don't have a dog. And I'm like, so when we get there, my little sister's there, and we go in the backyard. We have a backyard, and they're like, "See, you don't have no goddamn dog. You're a liar." And for a second, I was like, "Damn, yep, you guys got me." But then my sister out of nowhere goes, "No, no, 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 we have a dog," and she's like, "Yeah, I guess just got you a dog today. It must have ran out. It must have got out of the fence." And sure enough, it was that dog. It was the Doberman, Coco. And she had ran away, so I had to go. So now my parents had left my sister alone with the dog, and the dog jumped over the fence. So now me and my sister and all the school kids are going around looking for a dog that we have no idea what it looks like. My sister's like a little kid. She doesn't know, you know what I mean? She doesn't know what the dog, she's telling me about a dog. Finally, I found it. But then I had after that, I think we still had Coco, and then we got, that worked at Chi-Chi's, and one of his co-workers was about to move, and they had a husky puppy, and her name was Sheena. It was a female, all white, and my dad took it, like, yeah, so I had a husky with the papers on it. My dad liked that part. But then also the lady was like, yeah, but also her brother is here too, and if you guys want to take her brother. And my dad was like, yeah. So I had two. I had the sister and the brother, Sheena and Manhattan, and they were husky and Samoyed mix. I never even heard of like Siberian husky and Alaska Malamute, Siberian husky and Alaska Malamute mix. I never heard of nothing like that. I was like, that's crazy. But then that's when they were like, yo, we're moving to Alaska. And I'm like, Alaska? Like, the only thing I heard about Alaska is like on TV with the penguins and this dog, you know what I mean? And what all I know about this dog is that both of these dogs are great. But I swear, man, when you brush them, like the fur, if you ever had a husky, it's all over the place. Like, man. So that's what I'm thinking, like, well, it's going to be a mess. So we went up there, and then I got, I think we had to give the dogs away. And then when I got back up there to Alaska, I got another one, another husky mix. And I had the eyes, and we called it Pepper. Oh my God, one time my mom, that dog jumped out of the fence. I don't know if it was about that, but one time I came home and the dog had run away, and I came home, my mom was